Welcome back to The Watch, and did you know you have less than 48 hours to get your Shad plushie? Very limited time remaining, so make sure to get one before they're gone forever, because just look how cute I am! Oh no, I'm falling! Ow! Ow! Hurt my pancreas. Welcome back to The Watch, and Nathan, things have changed.
Everything has changed this morning, for us at least. That's when the announcement was made of, what would we say, prompt video, just video AI in general.
Video AI, and I was trying to figure out what specifically, because I was like, AI has changed forever, video production has changed forever, technology has changed.
Technology, I think, is the best way of putting it. Yeah,
like this is mind-blowing.
Yes.
It is just making everyone online, like so many people who see this just like, what?
If you love or hate it, everyone's kind of shocked at the results now.
Like a year ago, did you see the Will Smith eating spaghetti thing?
Yeah, everyone's been, yeah.
And this is where we've come in a year.
Yep.
Right? The pace of this technology is mind-blowing.
Yes.
It's crazy. And like, I love AI art, yet AI generally, I have freely admitted. All right, yeah, of course there's concerns. Mm-hmm. And I think even one of the concerns about this is how fast it's moving.
We can't keep up with it.
I know, like people are still trying to wrap their heads around AI art and coming to terms with that and understanding how that's going to be integrated into mainstream media production. And they're still like hell-bent hooked up on that, and we're just going light years ahead now, and this AI video stuff is bonkers, and it's like AI art is now in the dust. This is like video production, all the applications that can be used for, the quality of it, of what you can make with this is insane, and the ways that this is going to upend so many production workflows, industries, careers, all these things, but the opportunities that it brings as well, it's
overwhelming.
It's short-circuiting my brain. It's just like,
yes.
Gosh.
So where to start?
If people haven't seen, we need to show some of these videos. So here is this one, right? This is made with text to video. All right? So you type in a text, people walking down snowy street with things, dynamic camera, stuff like that, and actually share some of the text prompts for this, like prompt. Beautiful snowy Tokyo City is bustling. The camera moves through the bustling city streets, following several people enjoying the beautiful snowy weather and shopping. Now, something's crazy already. If you aren't paying attention to how AI works, right? This is already a massive leap forward in prompt understanding. Mm-hmm. Like this is using descriptive language where a lot of the like not even that long ago you would need to be like have weighted prompts and specifics, like you would have to type in separate snowy street separate, in Japan separate, wait this, way that, where this is just phrasing it like a description.
OpenAI's been working a lot, especially with ChatGPT, to make conversation with AI a lot more natural,
and that's what's really crazy about this, is that the development in AI technology in different areas, they're all wrapping it together to work off and feed one another. And so, this is a massive leap forward in just text prompt understanding, language understanding, and the fact that it gets not only so much of the prompt understood and in the video, then it's the quality of the video.
Yes.
Unless you do close scrutiny, you would not be able to tell this is AI.
Yeah.
And to me, this is just a preliminary example. They show this one is crazy. This is like first the prompt is a movie trailer featuring the adventures of a 30-year-old spaceman wearing a red wool knitted motorcycle helmet, blue sky, salt desert, cinematic style, shot on 35mm film, vivid colors. So there is some of those like separate, like do this.
Yes.
And I mean, look at the detail of that knitted, helmet thing. Look at the details of his face and his facial hair, and like.
The thing that gets me is the camera movement. The fact that it can do shaky cam, because with AI, with the old video, any sort of movement, it would warp into
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But now you can get shaky camera with a static image.
And look how solid the face is as it moves along. Usually when you had something moving, yeah, you're right. It'll be like distorting,
warped.
weird.
There are examples of that with this Sora stuff, doing stuff like that. I don't know if you've seen it with the chair and the beach.
Yeah. Where clearly they're specifically picked, nice outputs. There's
Yes.
still weird, funky stuff.
But even that video, I feel like, shows an example of consistency and quality that they've fixed from previous generations. Like, it looks more like how dreams work in your
Yes.
mind when things kind of warp and twist. But this is like, knitted helmet. They're consistent with that.
It's crazy. Like, this one is one of the most impressive ones, for me, because the way that it handles the motion, the movement, the hair of the cats, and the other game-breaking thing is, like, this can do up to 60 seconds. Like, the length. Before it was, like, 3 to 6 seconds most. The fact that it can get this length video and maintain this level of quality throughout, look, it just keeps going. It's just like, what? And this is going to enable so many crazy things.
Yes.
Things that would be genuinely hard to film, right, and make, that you would need so many budgets and prep work and everything like that. Like you could change the cat to look like a triceratops.
Yeah.
Right? And imagine what you would need to do, because in the real world, yeah, you can get a real cat and try and track the thing. But what about dragons and things that you can't get real world assets for, right? The production cost it suddenly skyrockets. You'd need to be like with your 3D models, assets, all these things. You would need so much resources and everything. Now you can do it with a text prompt, Ethan.
Yes.
Like, this is so incredible. And, all right, so I'm obviously far more positive about the uses of AI tech than a lot of other people.
Yes.
And so I see many positive outcomes. And it comes from a number of things where the doom and gloom about technological progression, when the advances come along, automation, everything like that, nearly every single one of them were overhyped fear-mongering. And it's gone on to enable new industries, it has opened up accessibility for people to get difficult things that cost a lot of money. It's now available. And industries change all the time. Yes, what's going to be crazy about this? This is going to pretty much gut the stock film asset industry.
Yeah, people who just do... I feel sorry for them, because there's people that do that, are usually like a single-man show that go out and film things. And now their passive income, gone.
Yes, but now also, everyone in the world is going to have available, at a very low cost, incredible stock footage.
Yes.
And they can... one of the things that we don't really use in our videos, Ethan?
Stock footage.
Because it's expensive. You do need to sign up to get these companies and use it all. And also, it's hard to find the right stock footage.
It is.
Kind of hard to get a good image of a dragon or something like that.
Yes.
Right, and so the accessibility of difficult assets and everything now is going to be so available. It's mind-boggling, okay? And I think people don't understand how privileged and lucky we are that we do exist in a world that people can have careers off of making drone footage or things like that. That's an industry that didn't exist, and it was only made available through technology, which put previous jobs completely out of work, right? And people are happy to benefit off new technology, new industries that arise because of progress of technology. This is going to do the same. It's going to be new industries and new, jobs available from this technology, because people probably think that it's going to be easy to get this stuff every single time, like this level. Remember, these are curated, picked examples showing the higher quality of what you can get.
This is when it works.
When it works, exactly. To get this quality, especially with more complex kind of stuff, it's going to take people who understand it, know how to work with it. My experience with AI tech throughout the whole thing is that there is a skill curve with this stuff, and it takes effort and skill and artistic ability applied to the tools to get the best results. There's a reason why there are certain AI artists who get commissions, people have literally messaged me asking me for commissions for AI artwork because they see what I can make, and they see a lot of other people struggling, because there's specific things that I've taught myself how to do that most people who make AI art can't do. That's not to say I'm the best at it. There are other people who smash me in certain other, depictions and uses and results of AI art, but I can do swords friggin' near flawlessly, right? Because I know what swords look like. I model them in 3D. I know how to integrate them through using the AI tools and stuff, to the point that most people who see it is like, I'm one of the few people who can do such specific-looking sword images. People are now contacting me, asking me for commissions, right? The cream does rise to the surface. There's going to be a new. I tweeted, a message that Hollywood is dead, right? And we'll unpack that a bit more, because there's more to apply and understand about that. But one of the comments actually was, insightful, says this is going to create a new type of AI merit where there's going to be heaps of sludge, but the best stuff will rise to the surface, and people will be looking for the best stuff as well, because. Then it's going to be how it is applied. Anyone could be able to type in a prompt and spit something out, but to construct these videos into a movie, a series, or something like that, and there's clear limitations that you can already see in this tech. People think that you could just create any image. It's like, no. It still struggles with hands. There is some really funky hand stuff, sometimes to the legs. And even if you look closely here, you'll see the feet kind of merge or see the
like that,
foot just
that
appeared.
movement was,
Yep. And so if you wanted like something that really truly was flawless, you're going to have to work at it, and you're going to need tools to be able to do it, like in painting to re-render this section of the video, and so on and so forth. And then to make something that is enjoyable to watch in like a narrative or anything like that, it's going to take a storyteller. Okay, it's going to take people with ability. And so to think that this is the destruction of artistic expression, no, it's the ultimate kind of democratization, that's what they say, where people can now express what they want, and it's going to be accessible. You do have thoughts, I see.
I do, but because whenever I see stuff, like when this came out this morning, I was shocked at it. I was like, wow. Like the 3D like short bits where they do like the Pixar style like characters moving and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a whole industry just gone. There are a few thoughts I have. The main quote that comes into my head is The Incredibles, when everyone's super, no one's super, in the sense that when there's no... obviously, there's still skill level, but when it gets to a point where you can just type in prompts and all you need is time and YouTube tutorials to tell you, hey, what works and what doesn't work, the bar now has been set so low for people's ability to do these sorts of things. It's going to be all you need is a computer, internet connection, and competency to make this sort of stuff.
To me, that's great, though. Can I jump on the line, when everyone's super, no one is? I think, because you could apply it to the same thing, like when everyone's healthy and cancer is cured, no one... Why would you want to stop people from having greater ability to express themselves? And when you say everyone's super, no one is, I think there's still going to be the best rising to the surface by a country mile, because you're going to need people with talent and artistic vision to be able to make the best stuff still. Don't you think?
Yeah, I just don't... Well, here's the thing. We've never had anything like this. You can say photography or painting or video captures. No, this is different. This is like you need a text prompt and your brain to figure this out. You don't need to go to a location, take a picture of something. You don't need to, use a 3D computer, understand vertex math and all that sort of stuff. This is, like, in terms of getting on board with this, it's probably you don't need to spend $1,000 on a camera to like take pictures with it. This stuff is...
So that's all good things so far.
What I'm saying is, like, we have never had this sort of creative power as humanity before. And so...
Will we... use it responsibly.
Oh, it's not even that. It's like, what happens? I don't know what happens.
I don't know
because we've never had this before. So it's more of the unknown of like, are people just going to go, oh, it's AI, so now the stuff that isn't made with AI has better quality in terms of like, handcrafted stuff or whatever? Are people just going to stop watching movies made by other companies and just make everything themselves?
No, what's going to happen is...
Because what if it gets to the point where people just don't want to watch anyone's stuff? They'll just say what they want to happen, and then people will have libraries of content that you can just prompt to your liking. Like, make a superhero movie, but Superman dies at the end, or,
Well, that would be cool.
It would be, but I don't know.
And what's going to happen is that if someone ends up making something that's phenomenal, they're, hey, check this out. I think it's pretty cool. Someone else will watch it. That is cool. And they'll share it. And the sludge will remain the sludge.
Yes.
The best will rise to the surface, and Hollywood will not have its stranglehold on the, I guess, like blockbuster level, visual effects film production. Like this. This is insane. This is, pretty darn good for, like, it looks 3D animated. And imagine the work that you would need to do to make that traditionally.
Yes.
That's crazy.
It is. I just don't know what it means yet.
Yeah, look, I'm not saying there isn't concerning things, like, because some of the concerning things is fake videos and
like, video footage now in court can basically be faked. You guys could stop watching us and just, prompt someone else to do talking.
That one I'm not worried about. People always say, what if people can do, like, make AI content to replace, the content I make? I'll be like, well, good luck, because I'll be making AI content to make even better content, all right? And I'm confident I could outcompete them, because at the fundamental level, when you're making this stuff, the most creative and people to be able to make will make the better stuff. And I'm confident that I can apply my storytelling ability with this technology to make really, really good stuff. Not every person is a storyteller or even a creative, and it takes a creative mind, even structuring the prompt. I find it really interesting. Like, this one here is probably the most, like, to me, it blows me away, right? Because of how realistic it looks, but also the prompt adherence. So if you're, I don't have the prompt for this one, but they basically talk about even this type of trees, like certain, have these types of trees, this sky and everything, and it adhered to it pretty well. And so when people are going to be picturing a scene now, I think, okay, what if the lighting was like this? It would look even better and have this type of assets. And if we have someone in the background looking this way and everything like that, is going to become a new art form. But just separate to that, how crazy does that look? Like, gosh.
It's just insane. Because I think, for example, going on to who this affects, who doesn't this affect, me and Tyranth were talking earlier today, I don't think it affects YouTubers and those personalities as much. It's because people want the real thing. You want people you've watched who have millions of views, you still want to watch them because
there's a personal connection. But the thing is that, AI influencers are on the rise.
Yes, which... Yes. I'd rather real people, because then, expectations are more realistic.
I'm just ready to compete with them.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to stop people using this tech, and the content that people enjoy the most will be the, ones that'll rise to the surface, and I'm fine with that. And in the terms of the AI thing, again, if it's like, what if you get replaced with AI? Would you be okay with that? It's like, well, I'll make my own AI and try and compete, right? Even an AI based on me. And there are so many interesting applications about preserving people's ability to keep making content, because one of the concerns people have been saying about using people's likenesses, there's a lot of actors and presenters who age out of roles that they wish that they could preserve themselves in that time to be able to keep getting roles and stuff like that. And I think that's going to be a massive benefit. Like, I'm going to get too old to make videos at one point. With this technology, it could still be me. I can still write what I want to say, but because I have chronic fatigue, literally, it's getting to a point where it's too difficult to film. Like the past 2 weeks, I have not had the actual health to do Shadiversity filming. This is kind of a godsend for people with disabilities. And I'm actually literally diagnosed with a significant physical disability, right? And so this is the same with, there's people who have artistic visions that they can't use their hands. They have a tremor or arthritis or any number of things. AI art is enabling them to express their artistic vision. To me, that is one of the most awesome things in the world. And so even the discussion about likeness, it's not a hellscape. There's actually some really positive things about that I could maintain being able to make Shadiversity videos for the people who love them, right? But not only that, then there's the people, it's not one or the other, where it's just like a person making it the authentic, true way, or just soulless AI where it's a text to prompt. No. There is going to be so many tools to help lift things, integrate things, and it also comes down to the limitations. Do you notice that something distinctly absent from every single one of these AI videos?
I wanted to say people... is
audio.
audio. Oh yeah, audio. Yes,
Audio,
yes,
but
okay.
also vocal, voice, and everything.
Yeah.
I reckon. Now, of course, there will be AI that has voice generation and stuff, but syncing the lips to the audio, I think that'll take it. Who knows? Maybe in 2
Next
months
year.
or
Next year, yeah.
But I still think. Look, I think that's a current issue now. But also for remember, its limit is a minute at the moment. Long form kind of stuff. So what the tools will actually happen, right? And I mentioned, Nathan, that, we need this. And then it was announced that it was video to video, okay, with text prompt alterations. That is going to be amazing, because how many film studios, right, want to make like a Marvel superhero film but don't have the budget for the visual effects?
Yeah.
They'll still hire actors, and they could get the actors to, fly or whatever, hold out your hands, and then visual effects can be really expensive, and to make it look really good, right? Well, this is an example of already video to video. So this is filmed footage of a car driving down a road, or it might even be the thing. But then this was the
Make it winter.
So yeah,
dinosaurs.
keep the video the same, but make it winter. Boom! Look at that, and it's pretty seamless, right? And then again, make it have dinosaurs. All right, change the setting to be lush and jungle. Yes, this is what I want, right? Because we can use this in our videos. We can make the backdrop look like it's a fantasy landscape or a castle or anything like that. I mean, this opens up opportunity for exploring film production that we could never have had access to, or if not for many years until we get crazy money or investment or anything like that. And so for many small studios, this technology is going to empower them to to make visuals on par with the blockbusters. Right? And so people thinking that this is going to destroy the film industry. I mean, I think Hollywood and the gatekeeping large kind of industries, they'll be sweating, because for all the independent creators, this is going to enable them to compete so powerfully, like this, in space with the Rainbow Road, right? And so there's even stuff I've explored with narrative stuff with an Epic Adventure Quest, right? We could change the background to be some incredible landscape. We were thinking that we'd need to build a set, right, to make it look like we're in a village if we ever wanted to really push forward that. Now, even not necessarily, you don't need to use a green screen for this, but I think grey screen would even work better because it has better lighting. That's why with photography films on a grey screen, not green. But filming that, right, and you could fill in the back completely with AI-generated tools, but even fixing lighting, right? Fixing makeup as well, even for costumes. You could say, make the armor look this or that, make it look more epic, make it glow, any number of things. So these applications, to me, are just really exciting. Anyway, that's
You got out your system, Shad?
No. It's still processing. I think it's going to be processing for everyone, because this is such a quantum leap forward.
Yes.
When people are still trying to process AI art images. And if anyone ever thought that AI, visual generation, image or even video, right, worked off of a collage system, hopefully this proves that. I've been debunking that again and again, right? This hopefully would, because where's the collage elements is grabbing for every single frame here. It's a constant new fluid type of generation based on learnt understanding, AI learned understanding. And so it understands now what a car looks like when it drives down a road. And so it's not copying from another video, it's recreating a brand new video based on its understanding of what this is supposed to look like. So those are the positives. I'm not saying there aren't going to be concerns or issues, and I think we're just going to have to adapt to it as we try and move forward. Well, it's going to move forward.
Whether we want to or not.
Yeah.
They're going ahead with it.
Well, these companies, of course, they can make money out of it, so there's that. It's hard to know where this will go now, because it's moving so fast.
Next, I think, would be audio.
Audio, yeah.
Text to audio and audio to audio. Because we're already getting, fixing AI voices and stuff. But getting to the point where you could be hey, make a cinematic soundtrack for my superhero movie, or create a character that sounds like this.
You know something that I would like, applications of this tech, right? What's an old school cartoon that you really love?
TMNT, the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Is that a cartoon? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Make it live action. Type in, make this live action.
Yes.
All
I mean,
right.
the one thing I would love for these to do, and they can't already do it, is just a lot of them are the old analog widescreen it for me, high definition.
Done.
That's what I would like in my shows.
Like
Make certain TV shows right now that are really dark, make them brighter.
exactly, right?
That would be funny.
Black and white. Please,
Colour, yeah.
Please color and make it look cinematic and 4K and so on and so forth. Upscale, like make it 4K with the proper amounts of details. Like that's awesome. Like the old school Spider-Man cartoon. Is it the 90s cartoon?
Yeah.
Make it live action. And, you know, we've been wanting proper like films that they've ruined and everything like that, but we've got these old classics and everything that you could just make incredible. Like the classic Star Trek. It's like remake this with the visuals and technology that's more contemporary to Deep Space Nine, or even make it even look better because modern Star Trek sucks, right? But the sets don't look bad. And so make the visuals, you know, and then you'd have Captain Kirk looking in 4K. Like, isn't that cool? Come on.
It is cool.
That's awesome.
I just don't know what it means for other things.
Yes, I agree.
Again, like I said, I'm not so reluctant to embrace certain changes. It's just the things that I don't know that I'm concerned about with technology.
You know, but that's what we've seen time again. Look, I agree that the scale is probably a bit like this is...
Yeah, like this is different to Photoshop.
When I first started discovering AI art and seeing, right, I literally said, this is one of the most significant technological breakthroughs we've ever had. We are like discovering warp drive in front of our eyes. This is comparable to the invention of electricity in terms of how world-changing this is. And I think that's true.
Yeah.
I think that's true. I think with any technology, right, it's going to be down to the responsibility of the individual. Okay? There are scummy people in the world who misuse technology. They've been doing it for a while, but that doesn't mean we should ban the camera because people film horrific, evil stuff with it. People will misuse this technology. Doesn't mean you should take away from people who use it responsibly and can benefit themselves, make careers out of, benefit others, express themselves creatively. And so I do feel that this technology has greater potential for good and to benefit and bless and open up accessibility. I've said all that. I'm not saying there are not concerns with it. One of my concerns is kind of where it like there's the unknown. Yet with most technological breakthroughs, hey, the invention of electricity, it's pretty good. It did change the world drastically, but I'm glad we got it. You know, have bad things been used with electricity? Yeah, it has. But overall, I'm glad we have it.
And the one solace I have is that so far, every bit of technology has a ceiling to it as well. Like, AI can only generate so much and do so much. And thankfully, we've got, you know... I think it's the speed of things that are going that governments are so slow to implement any sort of protective copyright.
You are right. And I should probably caveat bookend this with something that, like... We don't know what type of hardware was needed to make this.
Yeah.
This might only be possible to use through server, and therefore there's limits for uses and stuff like that, and it could never be run locally. AI is already reaching certain hardware limitations.
And even now I know, because I use ChatGPT a lot, people did the math on how much it takes to do a single prompt, and I'm paying like 1/10 of how much it actually costs to actually generate it because of all the investment and excitement. Once that leaves and people have to pay for that, that's going to change.
Yeah, and so we think that because it's progressing so fast now, does not mean won't hit a bottleneck. Like it happened with rocketry technology when we were, going to the moon and stuff. The rate that rocketry technology was advancing at that point in time, we literally thought we'd be living on the moon by now. And there's sci-fi, so many sci-fi films based off of that projection. Space 1999, I think it is. My wife was watching Blade Runner, the first one, and that's like based in the year 2000, but we're past it. We're past Blade Runner. They had flying cars and crazy future, people living on other planets because the projection was that rocketry would continue to reach, on that projection, on that rate of advancement, but a bottleneck. We hit a roadblock with that, and then it kind of flattened for years and didn't move really anywhere until SpaceX decided to start innovating. So I actually think that's probably a likely outcome.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean the tools that we develop along the way are not going to be incredibly useful. I do not think... I think we're still very far away off from artificial general intelligence, the whole,
Yes, but I also want to do like a cliff note of like, but we don't really know because I wasn't expecting this morning either. So next year, Google
look,
or
we
Apple
don't know the future, but like making an entire well-written narrative film with multiple characters' voices from scratch, that's actually comparable to a real film that's 100% only AI from a text saying, make me a cool film with superheroes punching bad guys, right? I think I'm not even sure that'll ever be possible, honestly.
Yeah, we don't know.
Like, if you were to make a film with this technology, you would need to piece together segment by segment and workshop every single generation, and then more likely you'd have to be filming a lot of assets and using a merger between current kind of methods with AI technology. You would probably want actors for all the primary roles so you can get the voice and expression and performance right, because I think it's just going to be really hard to get subtle expressions on performance. And so again, it's going to be a new industry, and so with that type of application, I'm excited to explore it once we get access to this kind of things. Mind-blowing stuff, though.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think that's where a lot of people are probably going to be at. I think a lot of our audience, a lot of people are even getting more concerned. I'm less on that side, but I would encourage people to not fall into the whole fear-mongering trap too soon. There are things to be concerned, but there are so many awesome things that you could do with this technology that you could do. Think about it. Anyway, that's what I got to say on the topic. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Have you seen this new text-to-video stuff? And as always, stay on watch.